Cool. Cool. Let's mess with this guy a little bit, and I only probably got about 30 minutes or so, but we can get a little bit of work done. What was I doing? Oh, yesterday I said I was going to make a dirt or scratch roughness map for the lens, and I did do that, and I just plugged these into the glass. The roughness map is just basically I went into Substance and grabbed one of the grunge scratch maps and just rendered it out as is, just as a grayscale, and you can see that it breaks up the evenness of the glass there. And I also plugged in a excuse me. Well, first I copied these two nodes so I could have control over the scale for this image map here for the roughness, and I put a color ramp in so I can tweak the level of the roughness, so you can get what you want there. And I think that looks good, and I do have to put this onto this. First, I want to say I did fix the ambient occlusion issue here. I just took the ambient occlusion map into GIMP and then copied like a section of the AO colors from probably this portion and pasted it over that messed up area, so that pretty much fixed that up. So let's get to this light. Let me get back up here. I'm going to select this because I want to copy all of this, and then I'm going to paste that in here, and we'll, come on now, plug into the roughness of that. I don't know what color I'm going to need that, but we'll worry about that when we get the light in there. Tweak this up a bit here. And we can always change that, but that's fine for now. Now we got to get a light behind there, and that means, excuse me, I'm going to add a cylinder. Scale this way down. Okay, and then rotate that 90. I don't want to do that around the center though. Kind of dump this window for a second, and let's do this, and then this is gonna kind of matter here, size-wise. I'm gonna hide. Oh, what do I do here? So we do have let me select the body, because that looks like that's behind. Because I'm gonna do this first. We cut this in half. Maybe even more than that. We'll do, get rid of these vertices, and then I'm gonna hide that for a second, and then because what we need to think about is blocking out a lot of this light, because if I use an emissive material on this and I have, say, the back half of the cylinder shining through into the body, light can come out where there's any openings, where it's not, where the mesh isn't closed off. And also with the light here, there's, this light isn't flush onto that onto this plate here, so we need to do a little bit of figuring. I'm going to duplicate this, scale it down, scale it up. And I believe that is in the center. Excuse me. Yep. So I'm gonna just put the cursor there, and origin to cursor. Clearing any scaling on there, so I can put on a mirror modifier. Oops. And then I want to select those and create a face there, and let's do the same on this side. I'm going to move, those are already kind of buried in there, so let's get, just take those. You're not, don't really care so much about the shape of this, just that we're using it to kind of block off the ends of the light, and might also kind of create a little shell for it. I gotta turn clipping on here. And let's close that off in the back if it isn't already. Oh, it already is. So I'm going to see how embedded that light bulb is. That should work. Sloppy, but let's see what that does. For this is just going to be the light head light socket, and this is going to be the, let's change the name of this, glass headlight. This I'm just going to put a simple plasticky just a something dark. No, it's not going to be visible really, so we don't have to worry about that. Now for the light, that one, actually let me get, oops, just change that to admission. I want to go back to name that. I got that. Got that. And we'll change that to a bit of a yellow. I don't know what that's going to look like yet. I don't know why I got two of those open. So let's unhide the glass. Oh, that's gonna cramping my style, man. Let's drag these. I'm gonna do the scale Y. Kind of, I can't see from that angle. Flatten them out. That. Rotate a bit and bring that in, and where are we at? Where are we at? That's still gonna... Well, let's undo so that's selected again. Bring it down some more. I'm gonna select these. Oh, wait, stop it. Keep hitting that Windows key, man. I gotta lock that out. It's irritating. I want to see how close that actually is, because it's not. That should be alright. So anyway, let's get back to lights, and I'm gonna turn the world down there and get back to this. Yeah, it doesn't like going through the glass. I gotta put... Let's figure this out. Do I still have... Oh, I still have this here, so let's... I don't need metallic. I can get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. That. Keep the roughness. I'm gonna kind of just set this up. And I think... I don't know if this is gonna work, but I forgot how... And that oh, I gotta put that roughness. Where are you at? That's almost the same. Do I gotta put it transparent? Or can I mix that with the glass here? Let's do mix. Let's try this. And that light isn't doing shit. Crank that up even more. Let's do 1,000. Well, I'm confused now, so let's take this. And move it. Why does it not want to? I'm missing something here. Let's take turn that world back up a little bit. And I want to go back to this. Just kind of leave that hanging for a minute. Because I'm fine with the glass. Yeah, it gives good reflectivity, but the alpha is just not there. See why that's going to matter, but or does it? I like the color-coded noodles on the nodes there. Let me do... Just give me a second. So I have all the refractions and stuff. Caustics, transparent. Maybe I should have looked this up before I started, huh? Let's get... Wait, is that the... Transparent. This is material. Let me hit the rendered. Maybe I didn't want to do that. Is that really all it was? Let me go back to this here. I want to try something. Okay. Blend mode under the material. Alpha blend. So let's try that. So you do need that transparent node. That's too... Oh, it just kind of turns off almost. So it's either kind of off or on. That's not really good. That needs some work. That's awful. That looks like I got some learning to do here. Well, got the glass looking okay. Now I got to get the light to shine through it. Oh, hold on a second. Let's do... Instead of a transparent, let's do translucent. Plug that back in. That makes the material glow, but I had that working on a light once. Turn this up and what a pain. Get rid of that. Ditch the glass. We gotta mix both. Or turn that down, but I don't like how there's absolutely no fade on that whatsoever. Unless that's just straight up. Well, it's coming through, but that looks god awful. I'm gonna have to figure out something. Anyway, I don't want to keep messing with this because it is infuriating, and I'm gonna have to learn some stuff. Might just do it with a straight up old school cheap transparency. Oh well, live and learn. Anyway, I got the glass fixed up and the AO fixed, and I'm gonna do a little bit of research, and instead of wasting any more time fumbling about with this, because then I just get confused the more I click and hook things up. So let's just call it for today, and I am going to figure this out, because I do need this for another project. So my apologies for wasting your time. But we'll get back to it tomorrow anyway. So I will see you later, and have a great one.